so I offset the cost of hiring this baler against the other one. This is one of Stevie's balers. It's supposed to be a higher capacity. I honestly don't know how much of a higher capacity or anything of the sort. Does it even remember? No, it doesn't. So we got Control F, but we want it to be 90 meters. Now we don't need offset here. So the W is for distance. A will bring it back to 0, right? That's it. Okay. Might as well. No, let's. Where is my other? It should be on this other side. This feels like what I was watching Millennial Farmer do on his. Oh, it's a lot quicker just to do this, eh? If you watch Millennial Farmer, but he was having massive issues with his planter. So this is, it feels like the real hiccups of farming. No, there always seems to be hiccups on the first day. You hear farmers all the time saying that they dread the first day of whatever they do. Now, obviously, I'm not in any way, shape, or form comparing myself to a real farmer by any stretch of imagination, but just feels like there's a lot of things that I didn't consider that I should have considered. A lot of things that I didn't realize and didn't know that I should have known. But anyway, we live and learn. So we'll empty the combine, we'll let the combine go. I'm gonna have to, I'm actually not gonna bother with setting up the trailer to pick up bales. I'll do that manually. Purely because it just does not work, and I don't want equipment to collide in the middle of the field and all that sort of nonsense. So we'll just offset this right here. We'll just leave him over here like that, and we're gonna take this guy, sell whatever's in here, and we're desperately in need of a silo because we don't want to sell all our grains as soon as we harvest them, because they may not necessarily be at the best price. So just realize that I have follow me. So we'll let them go and we'll come back when we're selling them. Alright, so with this we should have enough money to buy that combine that's on special. It's not the best combine, but before we buy it, we're obviously going to look to see if we don't have one in. Again, I did say that I'm not going to buy, if I have something that's ridiculous like $3,000, I'm not going to use that. That was the agreement that we had that I set, the rules that I set from the beginning. We're not going to get into a position where we're buying combines that are ridiculously cheap. because that's, well, it becomes pointless, doesn't it? I can get a modded combine that's worth $2. What's the point? So while we're waiting for this, let's have a look at, so we've got this one, which is, so we can set up capacity standard with extension, which is going to be $188,000. I think, not sure if any of these makes it any different. It seems to be the same thing. It's just, yeah, GPS. We're obviously going to need GPS. But before we get there, let's have a look at our combine prices. So we're obviously talking $400,000, $500,000. So like I've got these combines for $70,000. Like this one might, I don't know how, but this one I doubted that this would ever be $70,000 in real life. This one might, but yeah. See, ideally I would like something like this to be on special. See, these are too small, way too small. 11,000 liters. So this is the one that's on special, which is what we're gonna end up buying. So we do have the money. So we're gonna extend the capacity. We want GPS, don't we? Definitely can't afford the extra engine power, which is fine. Standard, we're gonna go with wide. $206,000. I hope I have enough money. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. So we're down to $1,000, which is not that big of a deal because I am going to sell the forklift. As you have seen, it is useless. So we're gonna take it to the shop and sell it. As you know, it gives you 10% more. So how much money are we gonna make off the forklift? Wow, we're kind of getting a bit heavy on equipment. $45,000. So we're not gonna be short on money, that's for sure. And obviously we still got this crop to go for. Now I really didn't want a John Deere, I'll be really honest. I would have preferred any combine other than a John Deere. I would have really liked a New Holland, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? All right, I'll see you when we're almost at the end. All right, so I changed I put a workshop thing for it cost $1,000 to do, and I changed our roller to a mulcher. I think we can use our weight here. Now I am going to eventually remember, every time I come here, I remember I should change the settings and put my gate to go out that way. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Kind of feels a bit off me doing this. Now I'm not gonna set the mulcher to go straight away, because obviously we're gonna look into that and having that being an episode on its own type of thing. But I just thought I'd bring it down here. Kind of probably needs to be on its own over here. And since we've not done mulching before, we're obviously going to better turn. Do we have lights on? No, we don't. And we're ready to go and empty the harvester with the little bit that we can fit in this, and then go sell it. We are going to need a header for our combine, obviously. not as important because obviously we can list them, so that's not as big an issue. You know what, I'm kind of rushing, and I just remembered that we are playing on 2 days, so we are going to be on 2 days on this, so I don't really need to rush per se. So yeah, just thought I'd sort of give you a bit of an update on where we are. That's how much of the field we still have to go. Now obviously we're not going to fit a lot of grain into this, you know, a couple of 1,000 liters, and that's it. After this, if I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to put crop destroyer. I've sort of thought about it, and I thought if I'm going to have to drive on the crop, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to drive on the crop, I'm going to have crop destruction on, in which case it's going to cost me if I drive on the field. Otherwise it's kind of well, unrealistic, put it this way. You would never do that in real life. Again, I'm not, and I've never ever said that we're going to be realistic and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, you know what I mean. I don't really want to be in a position where we're kind of just you know, what is this thing over here? What is it cutting off? Cutting distance is the power to remove the water stream from this map. Oh, no, we don't want to remove the water stream from the map. We like the water stream. I like the way he's thought of everything. And you know what? This sell point with the train, that's a winner in my books. It's got us ready for electric tractors if we want to use any of them. Oh, this was also for the, not for the tractor, for the forklift that we sold. Oh, we sold the forklift. Since we can't really use it, I didn't see a point for us to have it here. Yeah, I expected that. Now we are gonna, with this type of setup, we are gonna look at these kind of trucks and a chaser bin system. So I am going to, I hate doing this. I am going to look at a system where we, you know, have 2 or 3 of these trucks and the chaser bin. Okay, let him do his thing. I'll see you when it's almost done. Alright, I'm not sure why, but the baler seems to get stuck at each corner. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on. Is it colliding? I tried, it was on 100 meters, then I tried reducing it, and it's still doing the same thing. So we're just going to, oh, we're just gonna try it again and see what is happening. We need to bring the truck and empty it. So I think it's very obvious that making money on these massive fields with this map is not going to be very hard. I was actually thinking maybe we need to change the settings to, I think it's on normal now, and I don't want to play on hard. I may actually change it on hard or in between. Is there like, come on. Normal, hard, easy. I think we might go on normal. We'll leave it there for now, but I think we'll change it as of next year on normal. Actually, you know what? Just put it on normal now. What's happening to my price? Train yard, $756. So if I go back to easy, train yard, $1,200. Wow, so it does drop quite a bit. So it looks like we are having a few hiccups, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal. I have downloaded some sheds and some things like along the nature with workshops. I've noticed that some of the sheds that I downloaded, they're like $500,000. Massive sheds, needless to say. Our area there that looks very big, it's not really going to be that big with these sheds. I haven't used these sheds, so I don't really know what is in them and all that sort of stuff. So if I downloaded on Mod Hub, and then it takes you to some guy's mod page, I think, something along that nature, and it does seem to have quite a few mods. If I remember, I may put his link in the description for the sheds. Okay, so he backs off. Why is it doing? Okay, let's see. Why does he get stuck? All right, so he managed to turn around this time. I'm not quite sure what the problem was last time. I have no doubt that there was an issue, but what exactly, I don't know. All I know is that at both ends, 3 times now, I had to go and catch him up. Okay, let's go through all the mods again. All right, let's go and pick up whatever bales we have, so we don't just have them lying around. Now we are going to keep, I believe I'll keep this lot, and that should give me plenty of bales for what I'm going to need for our farm. Alright, so I just learned that this is not an unlimited capacity train that you can just sell non-stop. So it is limited to what you can actually put in here. So I'm not quite sure if this works over here as well. So we're gonna come back. So we're gonna kind of do this and see if we can load into here as well. Barley is not accepted here. Okay. Does that mean that I could put it into here? You know what I want to try out? Okay, let's see this. Am I allowed here? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, switch to train is on, so that's fine. Okay, so what happens here? Do I have to do something over here? What is going on here? This is no doubt to do with timber. Alright, so it seems to be unloading again. So what, did I tap it or something and it fell out? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Maybe I tapped it by accident and it kind of went out. Okay, so we should be down to our last pass. I don't think we'll come back again. It's been an experience, and we did make quite a bit of money off it. But having said that, looking at the sheds and everything that we need, we're going to need a few $1 million to be able to get ourselves into that position. To be able to do everything that we need. So maybe once we get ourselves into that position where we have all the cash that we need, well, I suppose that's pointless to change it to hard once you have everything you need. It kind of defeats the purpose. Let's see if he's going to be able to change, or is he going to, the baler's going to get stuck up here again. I don't know when I seem to when I'm not here, like when I'm not in either the combine or the baler tractor, he seems to get stuck there. It looks like now he won't get stuck there. That's really strange. So every time that I was in the combine, hopefully to find out why he gets stuck, or in the tractor itself, was never able to figure out why he's getting stuck there. And now that I'm in the combine, or when I traveled with the tractor, he always made the turns at both ends. So we are obviously going to sell this this crop that we are that we've got here, and we're going to look at purchasing a silo. I kind of want to build my silo maybe on this corner over here for the crops that are here. I'm kind of thinking more like a Walker farm type of thing, where they seem to have the silos a bit away from the workshops and the sheds where they keep their equipment. And that's on the ideology that you obviously own everything on the map, which is what we do. So I haven't really made up my mind. I'm going to look at what silo I can afford with the money that we're going to make of selling all of this. And once we look at whatever we can afford, I'm going to need this truck here, obviously. So once we see what we can afford to buy as far as the silo is concerned, that's when we're going to make up our mind where we're going to put it. If I can buy with the money that we have a massive silo, we're going to just place it right there at the bottom, and then, because that would kind of make sense, you're kind of next to the train station, and being next to the train station would be probably the best place where you could sell your crops. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. Having said that, I'm not sure, do I want that yard to just be like my yard and that's it, where you keep your equipment? I don't know. I kind of looking at two different options, where you keep all the trucks in the silo over here, all the tractors and the equipment up there, and all the animal related equipment on where our sheep are. I have not been where the sheep are at all as yet, since we've purchased the sheep, so I'm not really sure if there is any wool there or not. They have the feed that they need, they have the water, and my keyboard, the A on the keyboard is about to die. So yeah, they have everything they need, so I'm assuming that there would have been some sort of wool there right now. Okay, all done. So I'm going to take this truck there and sell everything and see what we're going to get out of this. Then we're going to get the other truck and sell everything out of that truck. We're not going to sell the bales, because the bales we're going to need for our cows once we get them. So obviously down the track, or now if we can afford it, we're going to get another one of those sheds where we're going to put our bales. So we're going to try and do it this way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't go in the water, because in the water you're going to get stuck in there, so don't hit the pole either. Like, it really impresses me with this sale point, the way he's done it. That to me is fantastic. Now, I'm not sure if it's unlimited, or is it just me? I bumped oh god, I bumped that what is it, conveyor belt, and pushed it out of the way, and that's why it just told me that it doesn't have any more capacity, because I haven't had that issue since we've done that. So there we are, like, there's no issues again. So maybe I bumped it and moved it off the cell point, because as you can see, it actually does load it into the train. So we're down to our last 15,000 liters on this. I do believe I have some crop in the other truck as well. We're going to bring down and sell that one as well. We're not going to get anywhere near 200,000 with this, dollars that is. Hey, a lot closer than I thought I was going to be really honest. Wow, a lot closer than what I thought we're going to be. All right, I'll bring the other truck down, and then we'll end up this episode right here. So I'm gonna take this truck and park him right over here, because if we're gonna put a silo down here, I don't want the truck to be in the way. Okay, I'll see you when the other truck gets here to the sales point. All right, so we got another 9,000 liters in this truck. I didn't realize that I went that far away from it, but anyway. Okay, so this should put us over. I'm obviously right on the edge of that sales capacity or reach. Not capacity, the trigger reach. So we're over 200,000. So we'd made what? Close to $400,000, probably around there, around $400,000 off that particular field, which is all right. So that's roughly a combine, roughly. All right, we will leave it here. I will collect the rest of the bales and take them to the animals. I'm going to park this guy over here as well, because after all, we are going to need him very soon. Thank you very much for spending your time to watch my videos. Again, if you have any suggestions, feel free to write them down. I look forward to reading them, and you know, it would be refreshing for me to read some suggestions, maybe, you know, something that you think I could do better. Next video, we're obviously going to take care of this field and get it ready to plant. Now, I'm not quite sure what needs to be done. I can't remember if we put lime or anything, or if we plow. Well, we did plow it because we just made the field, obviously. You know, I would really like to try putting manure on it, but obviously I don't have any manure, so maybe I'll try and find a trigger where we can buy manure and do that, just to see what it's something different, I suppose, for the field. But if not, we'll obviously have plenty of time to do manure as we get into this map. So thank you very much for your support. Again, I'll say that again. If you have any suggestions, please write them down in the comments. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.